What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the second episode in our coverage. My character is going to salute from now on every time I start my recordings, because honestly, I've got it hotkeyed to the wrong thing, and frankly, it would require me to like alt-tab, and alt-tabbing, ain't nobody got time for that. Let's be out here. I've learned a lot since I played this game last. Like, seriously, it's been about 10 hours in between the first episode and this one of me just like playing the game, getting used to the way things are. That fire barrel kind of just like spontaneously lit. And so as of right now, we are in, I kind of know where we are. We're on the south end of the map somewhere. We need to be quick though, because these locations tend to get looted up lickety-splickety. So yeah, there's a number of things that I've learned in between episodes. I'm excited to show the game off. I know there's a lot of drama around the game right now, but as of the evening of, I think, the 16th, like Friday night basically, they patched it up, and actually the game's been working pretty well since they patched it. I've been really, more or less pleased with it after that point. I mean, it didn't work for like 24 hours, granted, but MMO launches. I don't know. I'm not trying to get involved with the drama that surrounds the game. I just kind of want to play it and have a good time because I was planning on covering it anyways. I'm not going to edit out any of the bugs or anything. I'm going to be honest with you guys about everything that I see. And frankly, I have seen a lot of bugs. In my 10 hours of playing, bad things have happened. Good things have happened. Like variable, kind of like middle range things have happened. I punch you, crate. Why won't you break? Usually these crates break. This is upsetting me. And you can find like all kinds of goodies inside of them. And I love me some goodies. Maybe I'll try this one over here. What about you? Let's try it with our fist. There we go. See, that's the problem. You got to do it with no flashlight in your hand. Yep, that's the secret. See, that's one of the things they don't tell you, is that you can break crates faster with your fists than you can with like hammers and like sledgehammers and stuff. Like your fists in this game are literal fists of fury. I have no way to know, but I assume that everybody in this game is essentially like Bruce Lee mixed with like, I don't know, Tony Jaa or something. It's a little bit crazy out here. I got flagged down just a second ago by like a group of like 5 guys who were just like walking around naked through the forest. And I was like, hey, what's up, fellow humans? And they were like, hey, we're unarmed. You want to hang out? And I was like, okay. And then they all jumped me and beat me to death while naked. And so this definitely, after that, I was like, all right, no more shenanigans. And so I decided to run off into the forest and just like occupy myself that way and be like, I'm going to be a forest man from now on. That also did not work. I went out to the forest and then the game spontaneously killed me. While I was walking through the forest, I just fell over dead. Apparently I walked past some kind of like invisible landmine barrier that was never told. And so, you know, the game definitely has its rough edges, for sure. For sure it does. Oh my god, we have 45 rounds? Oh my god, and we got chili? How did I miss that? How much have I walked past right here without realizing it? Hold on. We need to walk down this aisle real quick. Oh, we got sausages right there. And purified water? Oh, let me put that in there. Yeah, that sounds good. Purified water sounds real good. A little bit of like a... Let me eat these sausages too. Why not? I'm going to start the episode off by gulping down sausages in front of the whole audience. How about that? Does that sound attractive? Is that going to make everybody pleased? Alright, fantastic. I'm glad that I could be a cloud pleaser. Never been a cloud pleaser before. That seems like it would take a lot of effort. They seem a little bit vapid, vaporous, and difficult to please. It would be hard enough to get a hold of one, let alone please it, to be honest. You should always break these crates, though. That's like a subtle newbie tip that nobody tells you. Break all crates. If you see a crate, punch it to death. Imagine that crates are responsible for the death of your entire family, and that the only way to avenge them is to beat those crates like there is no tomorrow. I cannot tell you how much good stuff I have found inside crates. Guns, ammo, ridiculous amounts of food and water. It's pretty amazing. I got a busted ass car over here. Come here, Sedan. Let me see you. He is known as Sedan. Member of the Chrysler Corps. Not the Chrysler clan. That's what I was going for. But anyways, nope. The joke's over. I messed it up. It's all over. Can't look back now. It's finished. That barrel fire right there is interesting. I've never seen one of those before, and it's interactive too. That does not. I feel like there's probably going to be like raiders around here somewhere, like reavers or something at this point. Can I loot this? What about you? Yeah, I knew I could loot you. Nothing in there either. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Well, in the case that we cannot have, so how do people set fire? Somebody set a fire in that pail right now. I know that they did. I mean, it's not that pale. It's kind of grayish, but you know what I mean. Let's go back over here. Anything inside you, cabinet? I found a lot of guns. I've lost a lot of guns. I have shot people. I have murdered several people. In fact, I have a pretty good PvP record going at the moment. I've got to toot my own horn here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I've killed like 8 people at this point, and they all attack me first, so don't give me that quizzical, like, you're a sociopath look. Because that's the first thing people always do when you play a game like this. They're like, he was aiming a gun at you. I get it. Quote unquote, aiming a gun at you. No, actually, people in this game, yep, if you're worried about this game being a sociopath simulator, continue to worry, because it definitely is. I have been chased, beaten. I've had things thrown at me. People have tried to murk me with every object they can get their hands on. It's been an experience. However, I've broken more than even. I've killed a lot of people too. And so after you like start like taking scalps out here, it's not quite as bad. I think I've killed 7 or 8 people in like one-on-one fights, and then every now and again you get jumped by a bunch of people that you just can't handle. And ooh, more crates. Yes, I will participate in this lovely mini-game that they have installed in the game called punching crates until they break open. Mario bangs his head on them. I punch them until it looks like this is bugged out. This is bugged out, innit? Yeah, it's totally bugged out. Alright, never mind. We're not going to mess with that crate right now. That crate has voodoo witchcraft magic holding it together, and unfortunately, the powers of our kung fu fist will not destroy it. It's disappointing. Very, very disappointing. But you know what? Martial arts can only take us so far when it comes to crate punching. There's more sausages. Sure. Shove more sausages down my gullet. I don't care about self-respect. It's good. That's fine. Awesome. More sausages down the old gullet. Gulp, gulp, gulp. Like a seagull at the beach who found a big old piece of bread. I told this story before. I saw a pelican one time. I saw a pelican. Oh, no, it wasn't a pelican. I saw a seagull one time run up and put an entire burrito in his mouth and gulp it down. And you could see the burrito going down his throat like this giant, enormous lump. It was one of the craziest things I've ever witnessed. Don't judge me. I'm kind of sheltered like that. Let's go inside this greenhouse because nothing bad ever happens inside greenhouses. He said, knowing full well that bad things probably statistically happen quite frequently in bad houses. There's only so many colors. Like, how many can you use? 1, 2, 5, 10, taupe. You know how it goes. Ooh, a scrap of the cloth. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is make ourselves a ranged weapon and get a melee weapon. Now, we've handled the melee weapon. We've got ourselves a crowbar. So we are now officially the Gordon Freeman of the post-apocalypse. We don't have a badass suit, but we'll have to make do with like a dirty-ass green shirt that looks like somebody used it as toilet paper. Great. Sometimes on the bed there's laundry laid out and you can rip it up for more scraps, but what we need is to make is a bow. Like, more than anything, the bow is like one of those items that I see nobody with. And you can make it like 30 seconds after you zone into the game. Like, it is seriously super easy to make. You can rip the shirt that you're wearing at the beginning, find a stick on the ground from one of these plants right here, get yourself a stick, got yourself some cloth, you go to the crafting menu, bim bam bomb, you got yourself a makeshift bow. Oh, what's that? You want to get yourself some projectiles? Well, I would strongly suggest let's go handle. Oh, look, an entire field of stick-related herbs. Let's go ahead and shove those into our backpack. Right, we don't have a backpack. Shove these into our pockets. I don't know how we're storing stuff in our shirt, by the way. The game lets you store things in your shirt. How that's working, I can't tell you, but let's go ahead and grab some of this right meow. There we go. All right, so we got enough sticks. So now what do? Well, you just tab on out. We go to the crafting menu right here, and we shall craft man's greatest enemy, the pointy object propelled at a high velocity. Seriously, if you think about it, we're kind of fragile like that. I've never made the punji sticks. I'm kind of curious about what they do. If we can get a bit more cloth, we can make ourselves a satchel, which will function as a backpack for a little bit until we can find something else. And that's actually like the second thing you should probably dedicate yourself to buying. The bow's a little janky right now. I'm not going to lie to you. The bow has no animation at the moment aside from like a very basic one. And other than that, it kind of just like, it's a little bit stiff. I'm sure it's probably still being worked on, maybe? I don't know. I'm not in tune with SOE. I don't know what they do or like how they handle their time. I'm just trying to be positive about the situation, to be honest. We do what we can when we can't do what we must. I'm hoping we'll find some more cloth around here because it's actually kind of important that we get our hands on this stuff. Unfortunately, this area, the way you can tell that if a house has been looted, look at the doors. If the doors are open, somebody's already been here. There's a, what is that? There's an orange t-shirt. So do we want to glow orange? I want to destroy it, actually. I don't want this t-shirt to exist around me any longer. So what I need to do now is I need to make, we have 45 caliber rounds? I totally forgot we even had that. I'm pretty happy right now. I'm actually going to drop that on the ground. We're going to pick up the blue and orange t-shirt. Now that we have it, we're going to shred it. And this is important because we need more cloth to make band-aids and to do all kinds of useful stuff like cloth. Probably one of the more useful things you could stockpile. You can't go wrong having like 40 cloth on your character. Once you have like backpacks and all that kind of fun stuff, you 100% cannot go wrong with it. It'll be fantastic. You'll need it because the band-aids heal you, not instantly, but pretty damn fast in this game. And so if you need healing on the lickety-splickety, you can also loot these ottomans. I don't know if anybody's pointed that out yet, but the couches are sort of like lootable. They are they're especially porous couches, apparently. Or maybe it's got like a chest inside of it or something. I don't know. I don't have fancy furniture. I sit on lawn furniture. You do what you gotta do. My couch It smells like a wet Labrador retriever. I don't even know where this couch came from. My ex-roommate had it and then just kind of like left it here. It stinks. It smells pretty bad, but it's the only thing I have to sit on. So, well, I mean, I've got my ass. I've got the installed furniture. Is this vehicle functional? I don't think it is. I think this is a busted ass. Yeah, this thing's done. This thing is done like dinner. Let me have my... Well, I'll keep the flashlight out. We haven't seen any other humans, and so I'm not going to stress myself out about the possibility of them running up and killing me. Oh, yeah, I know where we are now. I kind of got disoriented for a second. Does this... That's fire. Okay, I hear the sound of fire, which actually is far preferable to the sound of footsteps and the cackling laughter of 13-year-old children. I have learned that the scariest sound that you can hear in this game is small children laughing. It is a very, very true phrase that there is nothing more cruel than a child with a magnifying glass and a big old line full of ants. I logged in last night and was chased for like 10 minutes by a pack of Australian children that were really, really trying to convince me that they just wanted to give me something. They were holding hatchets though, and they were laughing an awful lot. I don't think they were necessarily in kind of like an altruistic mood. I'm pretty sure they were in a wrecking mood. It got ugly real fast. Luckily, I outran them. Apparently, their attention span... Oh, that's right. I need the normal fist. Hooah! Bring forth the normal fist to break forth the box of treasures. Okay, that one seems like it's bugged. We're not going to get that one. I quit. That one's too strong. And that is the test of Splattercat's resolve. Yeah, it's breaking, but it's bugged. You can see that right there. It's technically like breaking like 1,000 times. Yeah, all those crates are bugged. Never mind. I quit. Well, that's disappointing because typically if you can break up a big like stack of crates like that, it has a lot of good stuff in it. But... Que sera, sera. Que sera, sera. Is this portable right here lootable? It is not. They used to have classes. I went to, in high school, they had like a bunch of these lined up, and then they would like connect them together and then just like put in like floorboards and stuff and just turn them into classrooms. It was a little janky. It was a little janky. Wasn't air conditioned, which got real uncomfortable in like those, the spring semester. It got a little bit bad. Oh, we got a map right here. Hey, what's up, map? So we're right there at Crescent Reach. It looks like there is a... I heard footsteps. It seems like there's a pretty big-ass gap between us and, like, anything useful. Okay. Pisspot Creek? Don't go swim in that creek, I guess. So if we're... Are we facing that way? Because that means we have to go to the right. The town of Cranberry is apparently behind us. Cranberry seems pretty awesome. I like the Cranberries. They got some pretty dope songs. The Cranberries... Markedly... Oh, there's a zombie down there. Alright. Now, what I'm gonna do... Ah, I got him. Is he dead? No, or is he just upset? I can't see because it's dark. Ooh, I got him again! I thought I got him with a headshot on that one. I could be wrong. I think we can get our arrows back. Let me line him up a little bit better. I need to practice with the bow. I don't use it very much. Oh, that shot... Oh, I shot him in the dick and it killed him. Apparently we found a zombie's worst weakness. Being shot in the dick. I feel kind of like an asshole, though, right now. I feel like nobody gets out of that situation on top. At least we got some, like... Does he have anything else on him? Can I get my arrows back, please? Un arrow, por favor? Yeah, they're easy enough to make. I don't care. Oh, good, it's morning. I'm actually going to get to record an episode where it's sunny outside. I say that because this is, like, my 12,000th attempt at making this episode. I keep just, like, messing up minor details. I'm very addle-brained right now, largely because the release of H1Z1 has left me awake for the greater part of, like... 25, 26 hours. Becoming a little bit loopy, so I don't know. I don't feel good about this signboard right here, but I'm going to look at it anyways. Is it double-sided? It is. It's very two-faced. I'm alright with that. Is it faced the same way on both sides? Oh, it's not. Okay, so obviously this is our facing too. So if we're on this side, we go that way, we're going to end up on the 14, and it goes up to Campbell Pass. Cranberry is looking like the place that I want to go. And so I think that's what I'm going to go for. Let's go to Cranberry. How's that sound? We going to go to town? Let's do it. Wait, is this town? I've already gotten lost. I wish I could, like, rip this off and take it later. So Crescent Reach is that little thing right there. If I follow this road around. All right, let's go. We've got ourselves a bow. We've got ourselves a melee weapon. We've got the bare essentials that I would personally recommend for just sort of, like, diving out into the darkness. People are going to try and kill you. People are going to try and hurt you. This game is definitely continuing the long-standing tradition of survival games being sociopath simulators. So if that's what you're afraid of, there are PvE servers that you can play on. At least SOE was just like, we made PvE servers in case you just want to kind of like build sandcastles and stuff. And they're totally okay. I'm totally okay with that. Never play a game that you're not going to have fun with, in my opinion. Forget that noise. There's a deer over there. I hope very... Oh, I don't want to punch the... Hold on, I'm going to get this deer right now. Oh, did I get him? I think I did, but... Oh, man, he's being kind of insincere about the fact that I shot him. Oh, we got him twice. Luckily, he bugged out and held still. Oh, shit, that guy's going to try and run me over. I can guarantee it. Okay, so you got to stay low. Every time you see a car, you should get low. Like, if I had a nickel for every time somebody tried to swerve out and run me over, I would have, like, 7 nickels, right? I don't know if this will even work. Yeah, we need a knife. We need a hunting knife, or we need a hatchet, or something of that nature. So for right now, it looks like we are on a blackberry diet. It's okay. We're going to cut that tummy weight. We're going to be looking fit as a fiddle by the time we get out of here. Although I will point out that fiddles kind of have, like, a badump kind of thing going on when it comes to the shape. You know what I mean? Badump. Like, it's got, like, a little badump, and then it's got, like, a big badump on the bottom. Maybe it's just me being crazy. This could be a very, very long walk. So I'm going to give it like a minute of walking in one direction. If we don't see anything interesting, I will cut it, and then we'll come back once I do find something. I feel like walking on the road's a terrible plan, too. Especially now that I know that the psychopaths that surround me are motorized. They have armor divisions. That's great. Absolutely fantastical. Let us look. I've never found anything in these vans. I don't even know why I look. I found scrap metal like one time in 10 hours of gameplay. Now, I will say, so people will be concerned. I want to talk about serious things, too, because obviously we're up in here. I ain't talking about satellite radio. There's been some drama around the game. Let's discuss that right now, because obviously we're walking places anyways, so we might as well. I can go into third person, by the way. I don't know if I showed that yet. You press T to go into third person. The game has it in the controls as mouse 4. It's not mouse 4. I don't know who did that, but they totally messed up, and they got the key completely and totally wrong. It's the T key. You press the T key, and it'll swap you in unless you're on a hardcore server. If you're on a hardcore server, the difference is going to be that you can only be in first person, which sort of negates finding clothes and trying to make yourself look cool in the apocalypse. I like to play Barbie dress up every now and again. I'm secure in my manhood. Don't judge. Anyways, it locks you in first person. You can only kill zombies with headshots. And then there's another rule too. I can't remember what it is. Oh, your hunger and your thirst go down way, way faster. Like really, really fast. Like you have to be constantly chugging in order to make that work. And so I think they go down faster. Check on it though. Never listen to anything that Splattercat says, because frequently he is incredibly wrong and mostly just like full of shit. Just a complete and total fertilizer bag. Every now and again. It happens. It happens to the best of us. On the plus side, I will also, if I am the fertilizer bag, I am full of nitrates, which equally means that I am the bomb. There you go. Or at least part of the bomb. So if you combine me with the other components, I brought up bombs on the internet now. Knock, knock, knock. Here comes the NSA. Mr. Splattercat, we would like to discuss some statements you made on the internet. And I'd be like, whoa. I was just being friendly and making the humors. Like, well, sir, we're going to need you to make humor in this jail cell. Like, no! It cart me. Oh, there's a treasure chest with an empty bottle. In the future, we need to make ourselves. I need, like... Do I have anything that I can tear up right now? I need more. Do I have enough cloth to make myself a satchel? Almost there. We need one more. I see a church. If there's... I don't trust churches in the apocalypse. I just don't. That whole thing doesn't do it for me. I've played too much Resident Evil, too much Silent Hill, watched too many horror movies. Everybody's like, we're going to go to the church and the radiant power of to Jesus will save us. And it never does. Those people always get wrecked. And then, I mean, maybe it's like, I'm not gonna present any sophistry right here. I'm just going to stop. Never mind. I feel like if I go much further down that path, there's just going to be raving crowds of people who are upset with me. Because I'm going to say something dumb, and that's going to basically be the end of it. I can virtually assure you. Let's just keep going. All of these are open, which leads me to believe it's already been looted. These doors will be shut if they have respawned. The game will actually reset the doors once the respawning happens. I haven't seen it happen, but I take from somebody got an arrow shot at them over here, too. You want some free arrows levitating in the air? Magical spectral demon arrows? I'm kind of excited about Majora's Mask, by the way. They're putting it out for the 3DS right around the time that I got a 3DS. And so I never got to play Majora's Mask. I was an Ocarina of Time kid. And then I just never got around to Majora's Mask. I guess it was kind of just like in a period where I wasn't playing video games as a kid. Or maybe it came out after I got like a PlayStation or something. I don't really know. As a kid, I saved my allowance constantly to buy like game systems and stuff like that. And it was back in the day where you could actually go through the paper and people would just sell like Ataris for like $15 because they didn't know any better. Nowadays, if you could say one thing for the hipster movement, it's brought back retro machinery. Like, I have never been so glad that I held on to my TurboGrafx. I have never been so glad that I held on to my Atari Lynx. Like, there are a number of technological objects in my possession right now. Oh, there's a cop car right there. You can hear somebody moving around, though. Why would a church need barbed wire around it? Maybe there are some of those militant religious people. Does the car work? No. If the car worked, well, oh, this thing's been stripped. This thing's done. So basically there's 4 parts you need for the car. You need the engine, the spark plugs, the headlights, and something else. And if you fix them all, you don't need to fix the headlights. The headlights are non-essential, but you need the spark plugs, you need the engine, you need the, I think it's a turbo, or like a fuel system or something, like an intake system. I don't remember. There's like 3 or 4 things that go into building a car in this game, and it's actually fairly difficult to accumulate them. Accumulate? I don't know. I just want to make funny words. That's the whole point of this channel. I made this channel so that I can make funny words and funny noises. That's it. That's the entire point. No, I made the channel. People ask me why I make this, why I make content. I don't know. It makes me happy, and like it makes other people happy when I'm happy, and so it just kind of seems like the sort of relationship that works. Don't you think? I don't know. It works for me. It helps me be happy. Before I started LPing, I was constantly like grumpy and never in a good mood, and I always just felt like I wasn't doing anything with life. I mean, frankly, talking while playing video games only very loosely counts as like doing something. But anyways, I don't know. I feel like I'm active right now. I feel like, you know, what is that? Somebody ditched. Yeah, somebody's been here. You start with that flashlight by default, so this place is done. There's nothing here. Well, at least we're within eyeshot of interesting things happening. That's the bonus right here. Sometimes it starts you, like, there are certain spawns in this game that really, really need to be, reworked. Like, if you get them, for example, if you're north of Dragon Lake, just suicide. Like, there's no point. There's a spawn that's, like, to the northeast of the map, out in the middle of just the ass end of the tail, just tip of nowhere. And it takes you, I'm not even joking you right now, I'm not being exaggerative, I'm not exaggerating at all. I'm not trying to take liberty with words. It will take you 35 minutes to walk to the nearest, like, shed. People go up there to spawn airdrops. That's the only reason anybody goes up there, is to call in, like, 10 airdrops at once. And, like, spend a whole bunch of money, which, by the way, is still in the game right now. They've said that they're going to rework it, but I don't know how much I trust it. Not a system I'm a fan of. The doors are all open, which means I'm going to close them, so that at least I get a vague warning if somebody tries to come inside. Dresser. Yeah, I'm willing to bet there's probably nothing we're going to be able to utilize in here. You should... I hear the sound of something off in the distance. But then again, the houses like creak and mess with you in this game, so occasionally it's easy to kind of like misread a signal and think that there's somebody around when there isn't. Don't be overly paranoid is what I'm saying. If you think there's somebody around, there probably is, but if the house is creaking or whatever, don't worry about it. It just kind of happens sometimes, and it'll make you jump the first few times you hear it. You'll be like, ah! But footsteps are pretty distinct in this game in the way that they're out and about. It looks like we may have just gotten a bad spawn, to be honest. I was hoping that since, see, I tried to record right after the server went up earlier, but the episodes, I felt like they just were bad and were not, like, entertaining or, like, enlightening in any respect. And so I waited a while until my brain recharged. But once my brain recharged, the server's done been looted out, unfortunately. And so we're kind of just like hoping we'll find something at this point. These big houses are a pretty good place to start. Most people don't have a backpack, so they leave a lot of stuff behind because they simply can't carry it all. I found 7 backpacks inside a dresser earlier. It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I think the game bugged out and spawned too many of them, to be honest. This door is also open. Schnikes. That does not fill me with a whole lot of faith that we're going to find anything in here. I found a lot of guns. I did want to point that out. Some people have said that guns are really, really rare. In fact, the guns are not rare at all. I found guns all over the place. I will tell you what is rare. Ammunition. I realize the irony of saying that right now, while I have a pocket full of bullets and I have no gun. But seriously, I have found so many guns and so little ammo that it's almost kind of just mind-blowing. In the stream, we had the exact same problem. We had, like, ARs. We had all kinds of good stuff in the stream. Nothing to prepare. Oh, shit. I don't have a microphone right now, so there is the possibility that we may get jacked. I can't, like, call people off and be like, I'm innocent. Please don't hurt me. I'm too beautiful to be punched to death. The only way that I want to be punched to death is with Hawaiian Punch. Hawaiian Punch is probably one of the greatest drinks ever concocted by man, although it does give the tummy a certain rumbly persuasion. After a certain amount, I don't think they're coming after me. The problem is that I have my mic hooked into my other computer, which records my audio because my new computer is no longer compatible with my microphone. There was a fundamental flaw in my whole, like, I'm going to build a new computer plan. Sounds like there's people way backing off to the left of me right now. Sometimes you can glitch over those fences right there. Normally you can't jump those fences, but occasionally you can if you like angle it right. I can virtually like guarantee you there's some people up in here. I could stay and loot, or I could like run for it. And it's a very difficult choice sometimes because some people are much more rabbity than I am. It just kind of depends. Some people are not. Some people stand their ground trying to hold you up with an empty gun, which I had happen in the stream. He tried to hold me up with an empty gun until I shot him like 3 times. It's pretty funny though. It was good times. It was definitely one of those situations where I called his bluff. I had ammo and he didn't. It's not like hit. Oh shit, that guy's right there. Yeah, he's trying to murder me too. Whoa, holy shit, lag! Hold on, let me like... That hit right there should have hit him, and it did not. So let me like resituate for a second until I can guarantee he doesn't have homies as well. There we go. I don't think he can actually like kill me when I have a crowbar. Yeah, that's pretty much it for him. Sorry, pal. It was self-defense, I swear, officer! You see what I mean, though? There's people running around everywhere that just want to murk you. He didn't have any gear. I think he wanted to respawn somewhere else. That's probably what he was doing. He was trying to like take a chunk out of somebody else while getting what he wanted. Just like ruin somebody else's playthrough maybe by lowering their health. I got band-aids. It'll be fine. We just kind of got to be like mobile right now. And we definitely have much less tolerance for like taking damage for the next little bit. So let's search these shops. My advice, always look under the counters. For whatever reason, nobody ever looks under the counters. And I found a whole bunch of guns and stuff like that underneath counters. Bullets, ammo, guns, whatever. It's also, you should also check this room right here. This is probably the location where I most frequently find M1911s. It's weird, but this little room right here in the back of these Quickie Marts, for whatever reason, seems to spawn M1911s a lot. I also found a gun in the fridge once. Why it's in there, I don't know. People do call it the heater. Maybe it was too hot and they needed to cool it down. I'm going to eat this right now. Mom's fresh chicken. It's canned. How can it possibly be fresh? I don't want to point out inconsistencies in like the marketing campaign, but it's canned. That by its nature is pretty much like not fresh. It means that it's preserved for later. I don't know. It seems fairly obvious to me, but then again, that's just, I don't know. Let's punch some crates. That's always fun. Oh good, that one levitates. The crates that levitates, it makes me hates and want to states that I broke the crates. Hooray! Rhyming accomplished. This dude's somebody's trying to kill me right now. I hear sneaking. I hear sneaking. And I am not okay with sneaking taking place in my general vicinity. I think I shall take to the road one more time, and then we shall continue with the next episode. I think we've got enough time in the game right now. I've had a good time. We murdered a guy who tried to murder us. It seems like a fair exchange. Well, I don't know. There's houses over here. Maybe I'll do another episode tonight. I'll see y'all later. Hi, do everybody.